Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we're taking a truly classic, authentic Thai recipe and turning it into a foolproof masterclass. If you're a foreigner who's ever looked at traditional Asian sweets and thought, whoa, that looks way too intimidating to try at home, well, you are in exactly the right place. We're diving into Sangkaya Fak Thong. That's the iconic Thai pumpkin custard. By the time we wrap up, we'll have totally demystified the whole process, giving you the exact techniques to recreate this beauty in your own kitchen without any of the guesswork. Listen to how renowned Thai cook Jay Moo describes it. Smooth, soft, and melt in your mouth. Honestly, that perfectly captures the sensory masterpiece we're about to build. We aren't just whipping up a standard dessert here. We're talking about crafting a velvety pandan-infused custard that literally cooks while nestled perfectly inside a sweet, whole pumpkin. It is a total showstopper for any table. So, here's our recipe roadmap for today. First, an introduction to the pumpkin custard. Second, prepping your pumpkin canvas. Third, the absolute secret to smoothness. Fourth, mastering the gentle steam. And finally, slicing your sweet masterpiece. All right, kicking things off with Section 1, Introduction to Pumpkin Custard. Let's look at the foundation. Now, check out this specific 50-50 blend of eggs. Jamu's recipe explicitly calls for 4 chicken eggs to give us that delicate, fluffy lightness, paired perfectly with 4 duck eggs. And look, if you're new to Asian desserts, duck eggs are essentially your secret weapon. They've got these massive, super creamy yolks that give the custard its deep, authentic richness and that vibrant golden color that makes Thai desserts really pop. To those eggs, we're adding the traditional Thai flavor builders. First up, coconut sugar. Forget standard white baking sugar. Coconut sugar brings a complex, almost floral, deep caramel sweetness that you absolutely need for the authentic taste. Then we add a pinch of salt to balance it all out, some rich coconut cream for luxurious body, and, of course, fresh pandan leaves. If you haven't used pandan, it's basically the vanilla of Southeast Asia. Together, these don't just sweeten the dish, they create an incredible aroma that is going to make your kitchen smell absolutely unbelievable. Moving on to Section 2, prepping your pumpkin canvas. This prep work is pretty straightforward, but you really gotta be thorough. You just cleanly slice the top off. And hey, definitely hold on to that top, because it makes a perfect lid for presentation later. Next, grab a spoon and scoop out all the insides. You wanna get rid of all those stringy bits and seeds so the custard has a nice, smooth surface to cling to. But a quick warning for beginners, be gentle. If you scrape too hard and accidentally poke a hole right through the bottom, your delicious liquid custard is going to leak straight out into the steamer. Once it's clean and intact, just set your hollowed-out pumpkin aside. Which brings us to Section 3, the secret to smoothness. Let's talk mixing. You toss your eggs and aromatics into a bowl, but here's the real secret to authentic Thai custard. Put down the whisk. Seriously, don't use a whisk or an electric mixer. Use your hands. Why? Because a whisk beats air into the eggs, creating tiny bubbles that will bake right into the dessert and completely ruin that dense, silky texture we want. Instead, you're going to use your hands to literally mix and vigorously squeeze those fresh pandan leaves directly into the liquid. This tactile bruising action forces all those natural essential oils and that amazing fragrance right out of the leaves and into the base, without whipping in any unwanted air. So, here's the absolute make or break rule: 0 lumps allowed. You have to keep hand mixing and massaging everything until that coconut sugar is 100% dissolved. You should literally be able to rub the mixture between your fingers and feel 0 grit at the bottom of the bowl. We want that signature melt-in-the-mouth texture, right? So take your time here. Your patience and attention to detail at this exact step totally dictates the quality of the final dessert. And just to guarantee absolute perfection, Jay Moo relies on a double strain technique. Think of this as your ultimate beginner's failsafe for a silky dessert. Just lay a piece of cheesecloth over a fine mesh strainer and pour your hand-mixed liquid right through it. Then, gather up the cheesecloth and gently squeeze out every last drop. This physical barrier catches any stubborn sugar granules, rogue bits of egg white, or torn-up pieces of pandan, leaving you with a masterfully refined, perfectly smooth liquid gold base. All right, on to Section 4, mastering the gentle steam, the true test of patience. 45. That is exactly how many minutes you need to steam this beauty. It genuinely takes time for the heat to penetrate those thick, dense walls of the whole pumpkin and gently set the custard inside. You'll know it's perfectly done when you do the classic toothpick test. Just poke a toothpick right into the center of the custard. It should come out perfectly clean, and the outer pumpkin flesh should feel tender but still totally hold its structural shape. And that brings us to the absolute golden rule of Thai custards. I really can't stress this enough for beginners. Low heat only. Seriously, if you get impatient and crank up the heat to speed things along, the water in your steamer will boil violently, the custard will rapidly overcook, those beautiful eggs will curdle, and instead of a culinary masterpiece, you're going to end up with a pumpkin full of sweet, pandan-flavored scrambled eggs. Yikes. Low, gentle, rolling steam for 45 solid minutes is the true, non-negotiable secret to perfection here. Finally, Section 5, slicing your sweet masterpiece, the moment of truth. Once those 45 minutes of gentle steaming are up and you let it cool just a bit so the custard can set and hold its form, you're ready for the big reveal. When you slice it open like a pie, you are rewarded with something truly spectacular. The knife should just glide right through. You get this beautiful, vibrant contrast of sweet, juicy, tender pumpkin flesh hugging that perfectly smooth, rich aromatic custard center. The textures and flavors complement each other so flawlessly, it's practically guaranteed to thrill anyone who gets to taste it. As Jay Moo points out in her recipe, this dessert is so incredibly good, you can proudly serve it at a massive family feast or honestly, even make it in batches to sell. You now possess the genuine secrets of traditional Thai kitchens, the tactile art of hand mixing, the rich magic of duck eggs, and the ultimate test of patience with gentle, low-heat steaming. So I'll leave you with this provocative thought. Now that you've got the skills to master a traditional dessert this seemingly complex, what other culinary boundaries are you ready to break? Go grab a pumpkin, get your hands in that mix, and try it for yourself.